pulled this adult shit with Velma series Warner Brothers.
Okay, let's see if
What
it's
in the
working.
world?
That reminds me, the reboot of Clone High is airing on HBO soon.
I'm going to link you to a tweet because you have to see this.
I cannot look at the
Thank
internet
you
while
for
You
streaming
better
my
streaming.
look
mom.
at it. There we go.
I can't.
You
I'm
have to.
streaming.
You have to. You have to
Okay,
look
give
at
me a
it.
second. I went live again. Okay, there's going to be a new link.
I would fucking
Give
retweet
me a
this, but I
second.
don't want this person knowing I'm alive.
Okay, give me a second.
Oh my
Spike, there's a
god.
new link. I'm gonna have to. We'll just have to. Give me a second. I'm so
Oh,
tired.
he is so angry about the Garfield
I
thing.
don't have
Holy
the
shit.
fucking
Get a
brain power
life.
for this.
Oh my god, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Scoot.
retweet it with the new link, cause I can't get the old one to work.
Okay. Oh my god. Farm 2 plate Scooby Doo eats. What is happening? What is happening?
Nonsense. That's what's happening.
This is so bizarre. With flame and fortune sauce as seen on Be Cool Scooby Doo. What a Oh my god. I have fallen down a rabbit hole and I cannot claw my way back out.
Clearly you have.
Happy Canada Day.
Okay,
Oh.
Juan Jury says please resume Garfield eats discourse.
No.
Oh
So
I
now,
god.
so
refuse.
my internet pooped. Now we're running off my phone's hotspot.
Uh-huh.
So that's where we're at.
Okay. Let me find the did you like
I already
retweet a
did it.
link
I did
or
it on Iron Circus.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me go ahead and find that link again then. Oh gosh.
What you don't have to. What link are you looking for?
Oh, I want to put it in my Twitter.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yes.
You just
Where
have to
is it?
retweet it.
Oh, I did. Oh, okay.
I
So
tweeted
it's
it
the
from
exact
Iron
same link as
Circus.
before?
No,
Oh, no.
I retweeted on the Iron Circus account a
Ah,
new link.
yeah. And see, you see, everyone, Iron Circus has multiple people who have access.
It's me.
There's literally 4 or 5 people at least who have access to that
It's
account.
mostly me.
No, it is not
I'm
mostly
joking. I'm
you.
joking.
How dare
I'm
you? How
joking. It
dare
is
you?
jokes.
Oh god. Okay. Hello again, folks who are back. Fuck. I don't.
I don't want to hear the Garfield eats discourse again.
Why
I'm
not? I'm enjoying it.
sorry,
I'm enjoying it. How could you
people
do this to
who
me?
I'm sorry, people who wanted to hear that. You should have been logged on to my stream if you wanted to hear the whole thing.
I'm gonna
Um,
keep drinking my fucking
so
bubble tea.
let's talk
Mm.
about literally anything else.
Mm. I'm fascinated by this internet lunatic. Okay, what can I say?
That's
Mm.
fair. It's allowed.
But yeah, our boba tea place opened up near me, and I really could not be fucking happier about it. So
Ah.
nice to get like a.
Um,
I'm trying to reduce my sugar consumption, and I decided I get a celebratory boba tea when things go well. So I got one today with lychee jelly and tapioca pearls, and it was melon flavored.
You remind me, I got energy drinks at Dollar Tree. Let me go grab one.
Yeah, and I'm mostly morning these days. I don't normally think of myself as a boba tea person, but the thing is, I can no longer. I'm about 90% sure I can no longer drink.
I'm tired. I'm fucking
I'm
tired.
I'm like 90% sure I can no longer drink
How did
artificial sugar because it makes my gut hurt.
What kind of
So
artificial sugar? There's many, many, many
the
varieties.
kind that is
aspartame,
in her energy drinks.
aspartame and sucralose from the look of things. So both.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, not both. There's many
Well,
more
because,
than that.
well, the two in the stuff I want to eat. So I couldn't drink Monsters. I know for a fact Monsters fuck me
There
really
is
bad.
I'm trying to remember. There's an artificial sweetener that, from my experience and other people's experience, rats won't eat.
Uh-huh.
I think it's sorbitol.
Maybe.
But and if it's in medication, I have to tell the vet, like, I'm sorry, you have to remix it. My rats never eat anything with sorbitol. I don't know why. They sniff it and they go, oh, fuck you, no. I
Yeah.
don't know why. They just don't like it. Must have an aftertaste they don't like.
Yeah, probably.
Because they'll do it once, and after that, they like do that thing where they wipe their mouths on the ground
Uh-huh.
to get the taste out of their mouth. So it's a flavor
They're
thing.
like, no.
Oh, that's my. It's so
Um,
fucking funny when rats eat something they don't like because they can't spit or vomit, so they'll just wipe their tongues on things like, bleh, 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 get it out of my mouth. I don't like it.
um, Amanda, you bringing up Izzy, is Spike. Before you popped on, I was telling Amanda that I fell back into Sims 4.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is an update that has added infants. So now
I
they're
have.
babies, they're infants, and then they're toddlers.
Mhm.
And right when I was getting back into it, I checked YouTube this morning, and Izzy has a video titled "The Disaster That Was Sims 4."
Can
That
absolutely agree that the thing that I used to say a lot is EA really is a miracle of a company because it did two things I thought no one could ever do. It got me to stop buying Sims games and it got me to stop buying SimCity. Like I never
yeah.
thought I'd be that person, but I'll probably
I
never buy
still buy
Sims.
Sims. I still buy them.
I'm
I
never gonna
mean,
no. It's like
I just told you I'm in a Sims 4 hole. So
yeah, I understand. And I'm not
yeah.
saying that you either of you are wrong for doing it, but it was one
It's
of those
okay to
things.
say I'm wrong.
No, but you're not wrong for doing this though. It's it's one of
There
those
are
things
other
where
things you're wrong about.
EA is just sort of they're this sort of endgame hyper capitalist behemoth. And when Sims 4, like the original Sims 4 dropped, it was transparently apparent what their intent was. And I just remember thinking to myself,
Oh,
no,
so
I don't
Spike,
agree to
what
those
do
terms.
you think their intent was? Because Izzy actually goes over the
Well,
whole
the
history
thing
of what was
that
wrong.
bothered me, the two things that bothered me, it was an obvious simplification from Sims 3,
Hmm.
which I didn't appreciate, and it shipped feeling like I ordered a hamburger and I was served a top bun with some ketchup and a piece of lettuce, and I was informed the burger would cost extra and the bottom bun was coming next year.
So the thing that Izzy dives into is she actually thinks what we know of as Sims 4 was not supposed to come out.
Okay.
Because um what she thinks happened, or like, and there's evidence, like she goes over all the evidence for this.
Okay.
She thinks they were making a Sims MMO.
I can believe that.
They've
EA has
tried
And
a
that a few
super
times.
EA has a
well,
super duper
they
hard
had
on
Sims
for live
Online,
service.
and so it was basically supposed to be a sequel to Sims Online, and they were going to put that out. And so all the paring down makes more sense if if it's an MMO, because since MMOs are so labor intensive on computers, it needs to be pared down. So then the SimCity thing happened, and they were like, "Oh shit, we cannot tell people the next Sims game is an online only game. Quick, repackage it so it comes out the same date, but is a play on your own game."
Which
Um,
it should be.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a
and
version that's online.
Yeah, but a obligate online Sims is not what I buy the Sims for
Yeah, but
personally.
it
right,
wasn't. That's what I'm
well, so
saying.
that's the thing is, this would be different than mainstream Sims. It would be an MMO. So like
Mm,
there is nothing to do unless you are connected to the internet.
yeah. Yeah,
Like,
and
I
Um,
I
wouldn't
never
mind a
and
liked
Sims MMO.
well, yeah, again, but to me, if it was an MMO, it wouldn't be The Sims. I don't play The Sims to play an MMO.
I do.
right,
I
right,
would.
but right, Spike, and
Uh-huh.
that's and that reaction is why they're like, oh no, we need to very quickly change course. Um, and there's still the problem of well, if they're changing course that much, they should have delayed the game.
Mm-hmm.
But they were already like feeling it from the disaster that was Sim City.
Yeah.
I always assumed that maybe it had something to do with the fact that, I'll be honest, I did not like Sims 3.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
I
I love
thought,
Sims
oh,
3.
I thought the visual design was disgusting.
Oh, I loved it.
I thought that everybody looked horrible.
I loved it.
I liked the customization. I just didn't like the models. They looked doughy and gross.
I loved it. You had to
Um,
find the right skins.
I know, but I shouldn't have to find the right skins.
You gotta find the right skins.
No, I shouldn't have to. It should not look like
gotta.
sin out of the box.
You gotta.
And also, I think there's a lot of problems with, like, Sims 3 was a fucking mess in terms of code. And I
Yeah.
always wondered if they released it so pared down as, like, let's just make sure it runs. Let's just, because
Right. So that was the idea between parent, because when they were making it for as an MMO, you have to pare it down significantly, and
Yeah.
then that will make sure that it can still function, and so it's kind of like competing things that like it's a very good video, and I recommend watching it,
Yeah.
Spike. Like you
Well, my
not
point
wanting
was
an MMO
well,
is fine. It's just like they should have delayed the game if they were going to change gears that drastically.
Well, no, here's the thing,
what I-
though. Oh, go for it, Amanda.
the point I was making was that my theory would be it's the other option that if the MMO thing wasn't true. Like, my theory was just always that, like, they were just paring it down because Sims 3 was spaghetti code and had a lot of problems with it. Like, a
Yeah.
lot of
And
problems.
as a person who fucking loves Sim 3, I will absolutely cop to the fact
that game would
that,
corrupt if you looked at it wrong.
like, the fucking load times are stuff of legend. It's amazing.
The
what
load times,
can be.
and Sims 4 also has the thing where the town does, all the Sims in town do kind of go on without you. What was it called?
Living world.
No, progressive story mode or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
progressive story mode.
And
or
that was the
something
big
like that.
killer
And-
thing of Sims 3, and it did it bad.
Yeah, the thing about, all right, for folks who aren't aware, Sims 3, what Amanda's talking about is progressive story mode. And what that is, if you tick that box, it meant Sims that you did not control and you did not own the household of. They also
NPCs,
aged,
basically.
NPCs, they aged, married, and had children. And that on its surface sounds like really cool and fun. So most people would check that box because they want the world to be alive around them. However, after a certain point, if you play the game for multiple generations, the load of the background sort of genealogy and interactions of these characters, because they all have kids and they all have families, and then the families interact with other families, and then they have kids, and the save game gets so bloated and unwieldy that it cannot function. And that was
And
kind
then-
of the notorious Sims 3 issue.
And the more expansion packs you had, the sooner this bloat happens.
Yeah.
I had all the expansion packs for 3, and here's the other thing is, on top of their janky ass code, when they released it for a Mac, instead of doing custom coding for Macs like they did with Sims 2, they just put an emulator wrapper around it. So it didn't matter how good my Mac was and how like state of the art it was. I could only ever use, I think it was 2 gigs of RAM.
Mm.
Didn't Sims 3 also have sorry.
So when I played with all of the expansion packs put in, as soon as my first sim became a grandparent, that was too much and the game would crash.
Yeah.
And wasn't it not helped by the fact, didn't Sims 3 also kind of have a even before that, another sort of container with a memory limit?
Yeah, that's what I meant by the 2 gigs of RAM.
No, I think even before it got emulated, it already had memory limitations even before that point. So, like, it was choked even more on the Mac version.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I have no idea personally, but
If I remember, right, it had a memory allocation problem. That was one of the corrupting factors. So my theory for Sim
Mm-hmm.
Force has always been, one, yes, it's a money grab, but also two, it's a lot less broken than Sims 3. And there's a part of me that's always like wondered if that's kind of been more of a just making sure all the fucking parts move. Because it does do story progression way better.
and
Like,
like, and the thing is, it's the next generation, so really, it should do it better. Like, they should have a better idea of
I
how to
think
Yeah,
do
it's
that.
Sims.
just like it shipped too soon. They should have delayed release if they were switching from MMO to a
Yeah, my
mainstream
theory is just that they
series.
weren't switching from MMO.
Yeah, in my
Well,
opinion, it's like the MMO, the
and
simplification thing. I
and
wasn't.
I'm saying it with the evidence that Izzy has, which is like interviews with developers and stuff.
Yeah,
So
and you know what? I mean, she's probably onto something, but the thing that got me, the simplification made me more convinced I made the right choice. The thing that was really, really obvious is I just automatically have a violent allergic reaction to any game that on launch day, one, has DLC on launch day, fuck you, and two, they have a roadmap for all of their expansions just fucking locked and loaded, ready to go on
yeah,
day
and she
one.
goes over that part too.
Hmm.
And the thing she points out, like, not only are like also a lot of the expansion packs and other types of packs um have the same problem as the base game, which is shipping too soon, so later it has to be patched to work properly.
Yeah,
um
but that's hardly a Sims
so
only problem. That's just like a modern AAA game thing.
well, yeah, so this is like on top of the money grab, we're also giving you a thing that's unfinished.
Yeah, the money grab
um
thing, I absolutely loathe. Like, if you go on Steam right now, it'll tell you, Sims 4 base game is free, which it is. You could get it for
Yeah,
free.
that's a fairly new
But
thing.
yeah, it's new. But the thing is, it's free because if you go down and you look at all the expansions, number one, the thing that fucking gets me is I have watched every once in a while. I'll watch one of these LPers that's all I bought all the Sims 4 expansions, and they will report the game cannot fucking run with all the expansions
Really?
installed. Yeah, they say it's
oh
unbearable with
I have
every
all of
expansion.
them, and my game runs
yeah, it
great.
runs for me. It might be like it can't run while their recording equipment is
Yeah,
also running.
but the second thing is like $1,050. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's a Don't get that. That's absolutely
yeah,
Absolutely
ridiculous. But
fuck you. Absolutely fuck you.
I've never
That
had a
is,
problem. That has been one of my one. Like
yeah.
it has been real. I will say, like, there's a lot of problems with
yeah,
Sims. I'm not here to be a Sims 4 apologist.
Oh no, you're
I've
entitled to your
spent way
opinion.
too much money on it, but I don't think I've lost a game to a crash since I got it.
yeah. As someone who went and bought all the expansion packs except for that stupid Star Wars
Yeah, I don't
commercial.
got the Star Wars one.
Hmm.
Um, because that was that's in her video. Is one of the expansion packs is a glorified commercial for the new Disney Star Wars land.
Yeah, and EA loves doing shit like that.
But usually there's at least some content. Um, whereas this is just, don't you want to dress up as Star Wars? It's like
Yeah. The
I
thing that I
I
still remember
guess.
when EA got yelled out of they wanted I remember this was either a thing that either slipped during a press conference or it was actually announced as a thing we intend to do. I don't remember which one it was, but it was one of the things we're really excited about for the new Sims is when you go around town there's going to be billboards and those billboards are going to have real ads. Like real ads, real advertisements. And just there was this general reaction. It's like, I'm gonna pay $60 for a game and you're gonna put fucking ads in it. And
Mm-hmm.
amazingly, EA walked that back. Like they didn't seem like the kind of company that would walk that back, but they did.
I will. One of my
Uh,
favorite things about all the Sims games is that when they have had like some sort of celebrity cameo, they still make them like talk in Simlish and shit and like translate their
Yeah.
songs into Simlish.
Yeah, there was it Sims 3 or Sims 4 that had the Katy
That
Perry
was Sims
pack?
4.
It's Sims 3 had the Katy
Oh
Perry
no, it was
one.
Sims 3. You're right. I had that pack because it had like the fucking ridiculous cupcake skirts, and I needed those.
Yeah. But EA is they're vampiric. They're ghoulish.
Yes.
They're terrible. They ruin things. And the thing that's most heartbreaking. Okay, so I have been like kind of circling game making stuff for a while now, and part of that is sort of kind of absorbing a lot of news and theory crafting and media about games in general. And there is it's what's going on is just so fucking heartbreaking on so many levels when it comes to games in general, because there was, and there still is, I should note, for a while, this sort of, hey, you know that awesome game you love playing on PC like so much and you devoted like hours and hours to and weeks of your life and you have incredibly fond memories of? Here's a cash grab phone game that's pay to win with a skin that faintly resembles your beloved franchise on it. And everyone I know who's kind of like my age and, for example, was really into Diablo, like they fucking hate that. But the reason that happens is it's insanely profitable, like insanely profitable. And it's kind of heartbreaking understanding that people who are maybe like 15, 20 years younger than me at this point are being raised with this entirely different and sadder level of expectation when it comes to what they expect to get out of a game. And it's being kind of rammed into them that these are the expectations now. This is the new bottom, you know? And it was something that like people my age are like, fuck you, no. But people who are in their 20s now just think it's like totally normal. Anyway, it's sad. And that's why I
Anyway,
play
I'm
almost
just
exclusively small and indie games these days.
um yeah. I mean, I am playing The Sims. I just said.
Yeah, I mean, and you're entitled. And this is all just my opinion, and I don't judge people for not having the same opinion as me.
Um but yeah, so anyway, Spike, you should check out her video.
I probably will at some point.
Yeah, it's gonna go over all the controversies of Sims 4.
All right. I did a
But at the end of
gathering stitch.
at the end of the day, though, EA is a corporation and it's a publicly held corporation, I believe, and therefore it has an obligation to its stockholders to maximize profit by any means necessary, and that explains all of their most insane, idiotic decisions.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
want a game, just buy a small game by a small developer, everyone. Just
Get
yeah,
RimWorld.
oh my fucking god, get RimWorld. Get RimWorld right
If
now.
that's a
It's so
game
much
you
fun.
like, I guess. I mean, not
Yeah.
everyone likes the same shit.
A lot of people have really enjoy RimWorld. And the nice thing about it is the incredibly active mod community. You can turn it to practically anything you want
I mean, within reason.
within reason. There's Dwarf Fortress where it's basically
I
you
mean,
could,
at the end of the day, RimWorld is still Lego people, regardless of what mods you put in.
you know, it's a fun little doll game. You can make the
I
dolls do what you
don't.
want.
Well, it that's a gross oversimplification. That would
Yes,
lead
it is.
someone astray.
It's a fun little game. And like the games there are games out there by small and mid developers that won't sit there and be fucking like rifling through your
Wobble
pockets or
dogs.
trying to serve you half a hamburger and
May I
expect you to
recommend Wobble Dogs?
Wobble Dogs is incredibly cute.
It's a terrifying game, frankly.
I mean, it's
I love it.
existentially terrifying.
Yes, it's
But yeah,
existentially terrifying, and it's one of its features.
yeah. And if you like Sim City, City Skylines 2 is coming out soon. It just got announced.
Ooh, Polybridge 3 is coming out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm very excited for SimCity Skylines 2.
SimCity Skylines.
Sorry, City Skylines 2. Because I'd love to see what a more polished City Skylines is. And for folks who don't know, City Skylines is the city building simulator that ate
what
SimCity's
is
fucking
the
lunch.
plan for City Skylines 2? Because I found City Skylines a little bit limiting.
Yeah, it was definitely a first attempt.
Well, there's a lot of DLC, so I don't know if the DLC really helps. I just haven't bought any.
Yeah, there is a
Yeah.
bunch of DLC, but at least it's not like 39.99.
No, no, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. No, Kel was saying like it's very. There's not a lot to it, so I was wondering if
Yeah,
maybe the DLC fixes that, and I just don't know.
yeah. I'm looking now on the Sims. Oh, this they have an
I am
announcement
looking
trailer.
respectfully.
I'm looking respectfully at the announcement trailer. And right now, there's not a lot. It was kind of like, oh, speaking of companies I don't fucking trust anymore, it was a lot like Bethesda's announcement for the next Elder Scrolls game, where it was just like kind of a very pretty trailer and it didn't really tell you much. God, there I've said this a million times on Twitter. There was a time I would be over here pissing my pants waiting for Starfield, and now I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't trust you and I don't care.
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Yeah.
one of the things that would have made me excited, like in my 20s, was Todd Howard. You know that every time anyone does anything Elder Scrolls related, and they scream Todd, that's who they're talking to, Todd Howard.
I'm aware of Todd. Yes,
uh,
the McElroy
Todd
brothers
Howard,
made sure of that.
you could find like decade plus old posts on forums where he talks about one day I would like to make a space game. And he basically describes what will eventually be Starfield. And Starfield is kind of like you are just a person living in a future where the human race is multiplanetary and it's kind of got the same DNA from what I have seen, it's got the same DNA as earlier Fallout games, not like the more modern stuff, where you choose like your background, you choose your starting circumstances, and you kind of do interplanetary exploration. And you can be a homesteader, you could be a bounty hunter, you could be all kinds of stuff. And people are describing it as NASA punk. So, it's a more crunchy, realistic vision of a interplanetary future, as realistic as a vision of the interplanetary future can be. And once upon a time, I'd be super excited about that. And now I'm just like, I wonder how they'll fuck it up. I wonder how they'll make me not just not want it, but be, absolutely not about it. That's an
Um,
interesting noise.
that was me sitting down in my leather chair.
Oh.
That
I
makes a lot of sense. It was very crunchy.
I I am interested to see how Dragon Age 4 ends up.
Yeah. I got a bunch of stuff.
Because Dragon Age 3 is fun to play, but the story didn't really have a very good conclusion. And it kind of seems like the end of Dragon Age 3 is really just an ad for Dragon Age 4. So it's like gameplay wise, it was fun and there was a lot to do, but the story wasn't as good, in my opinion, or as satisfying as the other two Dragon Age games. Mostly because it's like, here's a lame villain that you've been fighting the whole time who isn't really interesting. And then it turns out someone who is on your team is secretly the villain at the last minute. And now they're going to be the main villain of Dragon Age 4. And I don't know how I feel about that. Like, where the whole game is just the prologue for another game.
A filler episode, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how people describe Shenmue 3 when they got it. It's like we waited 19 years for a filler episode.
Also, the reveal wouldn't be as satisfying if he wasn't on your side, on your team, all of Dragon Age 3. So like, I understand needing him to be a team member, but like story wise, maybe.
Oh, was it Egg Boy?
Yeah, Egg Boy's the bad guy for season.
Okay, I never finished the game because I would lose interest in finishing it, but I really wanted to play it, so then I would make a new character and play it. But then I'd lose interest and not finish it, so I didn't know that that's how it ends. I don't like Egg Boy, so that's fine.
I have to admit, I've never played a Dragon Age.
I never had Egg Boy on my team if I could help it.
Right, but like the reveal of him being more than he is, like, works best because you are forced to interact with him beforehand.
No, I just think it's
Um,
funny. I just think it's
yeah.
funny that like the way since I'd like avoid him at all costs. That was like, oh, who?
The egg boy, yeah. It turns out he's a secret god, and he's planning to blow up the
Oh, I
world.
think I read that in a wiki when I was like, how does this fucking game end?
Yeah, that's the end. Is it's revealed that he's a secret god that's gonna blow up the
See,
world.
Dragon Age 3, I like to play, but I just didn't care to finish it because I don't care about the story. Skyrim, didn't care about the story, didn't like playing it.
Hmm.
Um, whereas like, so I really liked Dragon Age 1. I think its story is really satisfying, and it pulls off its
I
little
haven't
twist at
played
the end.
for the others yet.
I think that the twist at the end of Dragon Age 1 is better than the other two games. Um, the Dragon Age 2 game, quote unquote, twist at the end is, I don't know if it really counts as a twist. More that you find out the guy who's like, fuck the government and the cops, is willing to blow up the government and the cops. And it's like, well, that checks out. Like,
Get him.
yeah. Got a lot of people to tweet my terrorist boyfriend. And that's the best thing that came out of that story. Yeah, so the reveal that, like, Egg Guy is secret antagonist is like, I don't know, I would have revealed that halfway through the game rather than right at the end of the game and then go coming soon. Like, because maybe if that had happened sooner, Amanda, you would have cared about the plot more.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I got really obsessed with getting a specific kind of armor and giving everyone in my team that armor out of that material. And that was the last thing I remember doing, grinding these weird animals. Because I really wanted specific armor. That's my last memory. Oh, also, my second to last memory is quitting a game because I decided I was going to roleplay as one of my own characters. And I'll make decisions she would make, and I regretted it instantly because it made me realize, oh no, the only romance option for this character is Black. What was it? Blackwall.
Blackwall.
And I immediately was like, God damn it!
He's the most boring.
I hate him. I hate him so much.
He's the worst.
I hate him.
He's
But I was
the worst character.
But I was role playing as like
the character that I frequently forget is in the game because he is so boring.
I was basically role playing as Claire, and I was like looking at all the options, like, oh no, the only option is him. Oh no, Claire, you suck. I made a bad character.
Him or the fascist?
No, she, based on what she likes,
No.
I know what she likes, and unfortunately, it's him. I made a bad character. I'm so sorry, everybody.
This is all your shame.
I love in Dragon Age 3, if you play as a dude and you hit on the lesbian character, she's like, it would never work out. We have too much in common because we both want to fuck ladies. That's a great way to get turned down. Props to her.
That's adorable, yeah.
I was upset. I couldn't get Vivian to step on me. I'm really upset.
Oh.
I'm still upset.
I'm also upset by that.
Why can't I romance her? Why? I just want her to be mean to me.
But basically, Spike, this character Vivian, she is this like super powerful black lady mage who's like involved in all the politics and is very good at like wheeling and dealing. She's trying to become magic
the best
Pope.
Fashions.
Yeah, she has the best fashion. She's just killing it on every level. And if you hit on her, she laughs at you and walks away.
Breaks my heart every goddamn time.
Yeah,
I know how it's gonna turn out. I know, but still, I would go. Maybe this time maybe this time.
She doesn't even dignify you with a rejection. She just laughs and walks away. Like,
That's pretty funny, actually.
It's like
yeah, it's like,
like
I love her.
she's the
She's
definition.
great.
She's the definition of like the meme. Mommy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I meant what I meant was mommy. Wait, no, I meant mommy.
Mommy,
Wait, no.
sorry, mommy, sorry,
Wait, I'm
mommy,
sorry.
sorry,
Wait, I'm
mommy,
sorry.
sorry.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If I were to pick
Yeah.
up that game right now, I would try it again, knowing full well
Yeah.
nothing will come of it.
Um,
I'm so sad.
Usually in Dragon Age, I romance whatever idiot has a sword.
Is that your thing?
That is apparently my go-to in Dragon Age games. Idiot with a sword. In the first game, it's Alistair, who is the fresh out of training knight character. And he's an idiot with a sword, and I was like, all right. Then I got so mad at 2 because the lady who's an idiot with a sword is not romanceable.
Oh.
At the beginning of the game, she's like, her husband dies. So if you hit on her,
So she's
like,
free.
my husband. Yeah, well, she's like, my husband just died. And then time passes, and you can hit on her again, and she's like, well, actually, I want to hook up with this other dude.
Rude.
Yeah, and you can help her get a date. Like, that's her side quest.
Only if she reciprocates and gets
flirting.
Only if she reciprocates and gets you an idiot with a sword. She has to know other idiots with swords.
There aren't any other idiots with swords.
No, rude.
So sad. The romance options in 2 are the worst because there is no idiot with a sword.
Rude.
That's why everyone hooks up with the grumpy elf, is because I guess he's the best option. The other option is terrorist boyfriend, pirate lady who will sleep with anyone, Felicia Day button elf, a religious jackass.
What does that mean?
She's Felicia Day. She's guest starring in the DLC as an elf. It's modeled to look like her.
I guess I don't
like her.
Okay, I guess I don't know who Felicia Day is. I'm sorry.
She's
sorry.
nerd famous.
Okay.
She's nerd famous.
Okay. Just very briefly died a second there.
But yeah, and then the other girl option is I guess if I liked idiots with magic, I would go with the other.
That's also
with
good.
The other girl.
Idiots are just good in general. You love an idiot.
Yeah, it's just this idiot got on my nerves because it was more like naive. Like,
oh no, no, that's not what I mean. That's baby energy. I want like dumbass.
Yeah,
I want dumbass energy.
Yeah.
Not baby energy.
So grumpy elf boys like with knives is I guess the closest to an idiot with a sword out of the people that you can date. But
people like she was a Buffy and a Supernatural. I'm just quietly like, I know what those are. I mean, I know what Buffy and Supernatural are, just have not experienced.
Yeah, I haven't really watched those either.
She had like a web show for a little while that was like about D&D and RPGing.
I don't know why my brain auto-filled you saying she had a web shooter. I don't know what's wrong with me.
So because of that, for a while she was like queen of the nerds and got a lot of guest spots on nerdy shows because she's a nerd girl celebrity. Let's put her in to varying results. And the DLC of her in Dragon Age 2 is really just, would you like to date Felicia Day but she's an elf? Well, here you go. And
interesting.
And it's just kind of like, that's fine. I'll do the quest with her OC, but I don't think I want to date her.
Oh no. I've made a
Fair enough.
mistake. I'm gonna have to sew a panel into this because the buttons. It's not wide enough. Damn it!
Oh dear.
I cry.
Oh.
I
and then
rage.
uh, Dragon Age 3 gave me two idiots with sword to choose from.
I was gonna say I'm gonna throw my sewing machine out the window, but then it's like, oh, I'm on the first floor and my windows have bars. I don't. I mean, I could still try. I think I could still try.
I love in Dragon Age 2 the way to Cassandra, idiot with a sword. Dragon Age 3's Cassandra, idiot with a sword. The way to her heart is you give her porn. You commission fanfics for her and give her porn.
Wait, wasn't it official? Isn't it official? But it's by the original author.
Yeah. Well, the thing is so Varric is writing fan fiction about the lady that you can't romance in Dragon Age 2. And then he published it. Because a lot of the stuff that he says about the character, it's like, oh, this is Aveline from Dragon Age 2. So Cassandra wants her porn about a lady idiot with a sword getting all the sex. So
understandable.
It does. There's a reason why it appeals to her.
So the reason I am sewing, to the listeners, is because I'm making a Maid Cafe cosplay dress that's Iron Circus themed that I'm going to be wearing come hell or high water to C2E2 this weekend.
Yeah, Amanda is going to be at the table at C2E2, table 440. Please come see us.
Yeah, if you're nice to me, I'll draw you a rat. If you're mean to me, I will also draw you a rat.
Yeah.
It does not take much to get me to draw you a rat.
This is our first time doing C2E2 and God, I don't even know. A lot of years.
Before the pandemic. You were
since before
right
the
before the
Yeah,
right before the pandemic you did it,
So yeah, please, oh please come down if you are in Chicago or Chicagoland. Grab some books. They're good.
How far down is this supposed to go?
I don't know. You have the pattern. Sorry.
I'm doing. This is the last step of the sewing. It's just I'm putting the ruffles on the apron.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so close. I'm going to yell at God.
Does it have any gears on it? Any iron circus
It will
gears?
soon. Those are being added. I just wanted to finish
Yay.
this. Those are easy. The sewing is hard.
Thematique. I'm excited to see
it's in the Iron Circus colors.
Yay.
I have little silver gears. I have gears that are going to be put on as a pattern.
And we have signage. We were afraid about the signage, but we have signage.
Oh yes, we have signage.
I'm excited.
Though I will say, I feel like Iron Circus lives in this like twilight zone as an exhibitor between like Artist Alley and a big exhibitor.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. And to be fair, we don't have a lot of control over where people put us.
Right. So yeah, we clearly need to be with exhibitors, but it's really weird to be with exhibitors because like we don't need.
Finish your thought.
Because like we don't need like all the trucks. We don't need all like there's all these rules about setup that don't apply, and then like I was super confused, asking a million questions, couldn't get answers about when could I set up, when could I not set up. Like, no, all your setup needs to be done today, which was Thursday. So I was in a panic, and then I found out, well, that's just for like all the big stuff, like if you have a giant exhibit stand, if you have all these shelves you've brought in, this is this is the stuff you have to get like the construction done today. I'm like, well, I don't have construction to do. I'm like, oh, then you can do it tomorrow morning. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we have kind of the same setup that, in my opinion, like, God, I can't even say this shit anymore because so many publishers are gone. The smaller publishers have, but we probably next year or maybe year after that, we are going to do the thing I've mentioned before, where we're going to have to stop thinking about cons as money-making opportunities and think of them more as promotional opportunities. Because with the release of Lackadaisy, it's time to start shifting over to booths that have TV capability.
No!
Yes.
No, I refuse.
The sound doesn't have to be on.
But like lugging a TV around and setting up a TV and no.
No, the thing is it'll be there when you get to the
No.
table. Yeah.
Also, we do books.
Yeah, we do books and animation.
Uh,
We literally do books and animation.
I know.
Yeah. So,
Well, so the thing I was gonna say, Amanda, is I don't think Iron Circus is that out of place at C2E2 because other publishers still go to C2E2.
Oh, no. I don't think
It
we're out
kind-
of place. I'm talking about in terms of like when you get the instructions about how to set up,
Okay.
90% of it doesn't apply to us because we get the exhibitor guide. But it
yeah.
doesn't,
Mhm.
most of it's like, this is none of the information I need or is helpful to me.
Yeah.
That's more what I meant.
Yeah, I think we're more in terms of like, silver sprocket kind of level. And a lot of the stuff that they try to sell me these days are more like boom level, which I don't think we need that set up.
Yeah, we don't, well, like, we don't need a come in, walk around.
Yeah, we don't need anything like that.
Though
best
we
thing I
are
can-
running out of room.
We are very much.
I think like maybe you should look into switching to corner booths or an end cap.
Yeah,
in the
that might
future.
be something we will have to talk about, but we are definitely kind of not in the boom area, but we are very much outgrowing the smaller booths we have. But at the same time, it's an interesting place to be. Like conventions are fun and good for the right person, but
Me.
yeah, like part of the reason Amanda is doing them is Amanda enjoys them, and I just like I consider them an interruption. Like I could not be doing C2E2 right now because I'm like debuting the very first Iron Circus animation, and I literally have interviews today and tomorrow and Sunday about it, and I can't
You can
fucking
do those from your phone.
I'm not going to try and do those from
You
behind
can
the
do
table.
those mobile. It's fine.
No,
It'll
no,
be
I cannot.
fine.
So it's like there's just a lot going on, and I've talked about this in the past. Hi,
Oh, I
Deirdre.
do have a question.
Yeah.
If at ECC, since you're going to actually be very, very close to the show,
Mm-hmm.
if at Emerald, if someone like comes up and they're like important and they want to talk to you, like could I ping you and be like, oh yeah, she could come?
They would have to be pretty fucking important.
Okay, I just think that'd be funny. Like, hey, get over here.
Like straight up.
Like I can summon her.
If someone comes up to the table and they're like, "Hi, I'm with Apple TV, and we're really interested in an 8-episode order of Lackadaisy," I'll come down for that.
I just think it's funny the idea of having Spike on demand. Oh no, I can get her.
Yeah, for 99% of people who would want to talk to me, and I don't mean to sound horrible.
Oh, no, I know.
truly do not. But like 99% of the people who want to talk to me
It can
have
be
the
online.
exact wrong idea about what I can do for them.
Also, emails exist.
And emails exist.
No, I'm mostly being silly because I like the idea.
Yeah, but it's don't tell me. I just got done telling everyone like amazing things can happen at conventions, so I am not like convention skeptic, I guess. But it's one of those deals where it would have to be pretty fucking important.
Yeah, no, I just thought it'd be funny because
Yeah.
this is one of the few shows where that would be possible. Like, is Spike
Yeah.
here? She can be. Beep boop 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 beep boop boop.
Yeah, but the thing that I've mentioned this to Matt. My husband is named Matt, by the way.
What?
I've mentioned this to Matt in the past that when I make decisions these days, the decisions are based on the fact that I am one person, the fact that when I get super overwhelmed and stressed out, I start puking. And so that's like my sign that I need to chill out. And third, when I'm making decision where to be, the decision is which of these two or more places, like, do I have to be me and be behind the convention table? Will the convention table simply not work if I am not there? And the answer is no. But for the interviews and stuff, I have to be me to do those.
Yeah.
So they take precedent.
Yeah, I ain't judging.
Yeah.
I was just presenting a funny scenario.
Yes. But yeah. That's kind of what I'm up to. That's what I've been doing.
Oh,
I've had a very busy week, everyone.
I understand. Me too. It is understandable.
Your life is hard. Everyone wants to date you.
Oh my God. Horrible thought.
Yeah, you are a horrible thought.
I am with a THOT.
That's what that was the joke. That was my joke.
Just making sure.
That
not
was my
everybody's
joke,
as-
Spike.
Not everybody's as hip as we are, you know.
That's true. God, I'm tired, but I want to finish. I also have work to do after this, but mostly I'm doing this, I'm going so hard on this right now. I could do it later tonight, take a nap, but I want my living room back.
Yeah.
It is a wreck of sewing supplies. I
Oh.
just want my living room back. I'm covered
You'll have
in
it
fabric scraps.
You'll
And
have
as
it
soon
soon.
as I finish this, in fact, I'm about to fucking do the last fucking sleeve. Then I'll be beautiful. Well, no, I have to adjust the back still. God damn it. Because I still got work to do after this. Oh, I almost made a mistake. No.
Uh-oh.
I almost used my thick gray scout. I have this this is nothing that anyone cares about. I just have very thick gray thread that I use for gathering.
Okay.
That's it. It's not important. And I almost used my thick ass gathering thread for the actual sewing, and that's not good.
I know nothing about sewing.
Gathering is when you do a really loose stitch, so that then you can pull on the string and bunch up the fabric. So you gather it up.
Okay.
That's what a gathering stitch is. That's how you get like a ruffle.
Today I learned.
Yeah. Sewing has actually come in handy with, because I know how to make patterns. That actually makes it, when I was learning how to do 3D models and doing UV maps, because you have to do a good UV map, you need to put seams down. And like, oh, I'll just do seams like I do with sewing. And it actually does work that way. Like you can put you know how some outfits will have darts in them where like, to shape like the boob area, where it's like a triangle has been cut out to been sewed together to give that shape. You can do that with 3D models too. You can do little dart seams, and it works the same way.
Yeah. I don't know anything about
I'm talking to you and everyone. I'm entertaining. Maybe.
sewing.
I'm just trying to share my interests. Goodbye.
No, you can share your interests. We can all share our interests.
No.
That's why we're here.
I'm gonna.
Oh God!
But
And
after
Joe
this,
Brooks, it's just secret code. Let's speak in secret code. Jay Brooks, I will be in communication. I will be in communication.
Who's Jay Brooks?
Somebody who is in the chat over on YouTube, and we will leave it there. No more secrets.
Say in our secret chat what is going on.
Oh, okay. All right. I will type it very quickly, and then
I
then
forgot
we
to
will
mute
move
while I
on.
was sewing. Oops.
Ugh.
Give me a
And then we
second.
will mute. Rather than we will move on.
Tell me your secrets.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we don't have to discuss it at all now.
Spike,
Yes.
have you rimworlded lately?
I haven't, and I feel bad about it. I feel bad about it because I promised folks I would do a sort of like pre-recorded, edited let's play of RimWorld as sort of like pig monsters. But the thing is, my RimWorld game has started crashing, and it is crashing in such a catastrophic way that it doesn't just take down RimWorld, it takes down my entire PC. And it would almost be better if it blue screened it, but it doesn't do that. It how to describe what it does? It could be running in the background, or I could be running it normally, and I'll be playing it and kind of without warning, and I apologize for the noise I'm about to make, but without warning, everything will freeze
Oh, the mean.
and it go,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Holy shit!" And, like, you can't reset, you can't control, alt delete, you can't do
I had
anything.
that issue with my computer before Badger helped me upgrade it, and I was trying to do video editing, and I was doing some big files, and my computer would just start yelling at, literally freeze and scream at me, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, and I was like, "Holy fuck." And that is now happening every time I am playing RimWorld for more than like 20, 25 minutes. So,
Oh,
uh-oh,
if I would also
Amanda's
have that
connection just
problem.
went kaput. I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're back. We're back.
Yeah. My phone died. It was the
Oh, okay.
hotspot, but it immediately picked back up on
Okay.
my broadband. So
Jay
my
Brooks is asking, did you check out Disco Elysium? Yes, I did. I did. I played, I think, an hour and a half of it. I've gotten to the point, the game has manipulated me. I just like to share. The game has manipulated me because I've gotten to the point where I was on the phone with the police station and I got the number of a witness to the crime that I'm supposed to solve. And it's a woman. And the game basically is all like, would you like to hit on her? And I was like, no. And then the game straight up went, are you sure? This is a really funny, good side quest. And I was like,
I
okay,
I
fine.
love. Did you report Spike? Did you report your gun lost?
I did.
That I love that whole sequence.
Yeah, where they're making
Um,
fun of you.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. And I also like that the game has options that if you are paying attention, you're actually reading the fucking text that the game is feeding you. It will just blithely give you options that you know are wrong. And
Yeah.
if you haven't been paying attention, it would be easy for you to click the option that is definitely wrong. And you would be
It's
like
called
fucking,
role playing, Spike.
yeah. But
So
the
while
thing,
it is
isn't that the
technically in,
game? Isn't I haven't played it or
yeah.
watched Let's Plays.
mhm,
But is that the one where if you spec a character just right, you can die from sitting in a chair?
Yes.
no, it is
Yes.
really?
That
Oh,
can happen. Um
huh.
um
That
did
does.
you talk to the union leader yet, Spike?
No, I have not. The part I'm at right now is I'm just at the car. I haven't done anything else.
Okay. Well,
Please don't
how
ruin
much
anything for
health
me.
does your character have?
I literally don't know. Please don't ruin anything for me.
Okay, cuz basically this only happens if you have like the least amount of health possible. Um
1 year, yes, I'm
um
the love doctor. I'm the fucking love doctor. Oh,
um Spike, next time you play,
hmm.
you should tell the bartender slash owner of the hotel that you are a feminist. That is a very funny scene. I won't say what happens, but it's very
Okay.
funny.
Well, I know you are overwhelmed with the desire to ruin this for me, and I'm going to ask
I'm
you
not.
again.
That's it. That's
No,
all I'm saying.
they're
Just
just telling you what you should do to get something to happen, not what is going
Okay.
to happen.
Okay, all right,
yeah.
just right. But I'm enjoying what I have played so far, even though I have failed some real fucking like good roles that I should not have failed. So I think I
Uh,
have cheated a couple things off in my current playthrough.
did did you try to escape rather than pay?
No, and you're
Um.
doing it again.
Well, no, you've already passed this point, so
Okay,
it
well,
can't happen.
I still don't want to hear because I
All
might go
right.
back again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh, that's just a fun role to
I
fail.
love I love the spikes like this, but we'll like effortlessly spoil things.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, I am asking explicitly not to,
No.
and
I
if
know. I just think it's funny.
yeah. I don't know
Um.
what build I'm using. I think I'm using the intellectual philosopher kind of one. I'm not being the bruiser. I know that. I'm being the one
Mhm.
that is thoughtful and asks a lot of questions. That's the build I'm using.
I think I made an artist. Um.
Yeah, there was something along the line. I had a big long conversation in the mirror where I noticed I was smiling and I was all like, "Why can't I stop smiling?" And it gave me a bunch of background as to why I couldn't stop smiling, and I thought that was interesting.
It's an expression of pain.
Yeah, it's just locked on my face. One of my favorite recurring bits is, like, you find a keychain on yourself or something, and
Mhm.
you can just not pay attention to your surroundings and decide that's where you are because it's the keychain on you. But if you pay any kind of fucking attention, no, that's not where you are. But you can repeatedly just, like, insist, "Oh, is this the, name of the place?" And everyone's like, "What the fuck? No." So I'm enjoying myself. I am enjoying myself, but I don't have a ton of time to play it.
Mhm.
So, yes, thank you for recommending that,
Yep.
Jay. I'm really enjoying it.
It's very good. It's a good game.
Yes.
Uh, I watched a very bad werewolf show a couple of days ago.
Mhm.
Just like, well, not super bad because obviously I finished the whole thing. So, it's just like it was trying to do like a mystery, and then like at the very end, it takes a sharp left turn into ableism. And it's like that seems really unnecessary.
Hmm.
Um, in this werewolf um TV show. Basically, it posited that becoming a werewolf makes you neurotypical, and it's like that's I don't I don't think that's right. Like that seems like a bad decision for your story.
Hmm.
Because it also has almost nothing to
Wait,
do
wait,
with
it
the
makes you
plot. Like,
neurotypical?
yes, there,
I
the
misheard
villain
that at first.
suggests
I'm sewing, and I misheard that at thought, and I thought you said neuroatypical. I'm like, well, I can imagine that. Yeah, it's a huge like
no.
change, but I was like, wait a second, neurotypical.
Yeah, because one of the characters, one of the teen wolves that this story follows, she is taking care of a younger brother with autism.
Oh
Um,
no.
and and then the villain werewolf is like, well, you should have your little brother become a werewolf too, because that will fix him. And it's like, would that
No.
is a random decision. Like that is whoa, where that is sharp left turn into some nonsense that is not good nonsense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, wow.
Hmm.
My
Yeah.
initial reaction was very subdued because I misheard that. I was like, well, yeah, I guess that would change your brain chemistry a lot if you turned into a werewolf. You'd probably have some. No, wait, no, werewolves,
No, yeah.
no. What is this werewolf show?
It's called Wolfpack. I thought it was a sequel to MTV's Teen Wolf. Um but it's not. It's much more serious to its detriment. And it just has the same showrunner and the same special effects team. So I understand why multiple people reviewing the show thought it was a sequel to Teen Wolf. Um because it's a lot of the same creative people are involved. Um but yeah, it was just like this is a who thought this was a good idea?
Well, I mean,
Um
is the is the bad guy lying, or is this
I
real?
don't know. They don't really answer that
Because it could be a
question.
thing where he's like not being honest. I'm trying to give it some credit that
It's
maybe is not
well, this
due.
is the thing is also this is what makes it even worse is like she says that when we think she's the villain, but then at the end there's a twist secret extra bad guy, so maybe she's not the villain.
Hmm.
But she still said let's use werewolfism to cure autism. And it's like this is some decisions are happening here. I don't know what the fuck made people think these were good decisions.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Also to the chat, sorry, I mute myself a lot because I am sewing. But I think I'm fucking done. I think
So
I'm.
you're at a
So yeah,
sewing machine right now?
Yes, it's at my desk. It's like I'm
Ah.
actually
yeah.
shocked Discord is not picking up the sounds.
Yeah, not at all.
It's wild. Discord has not picked up a single sound, and I have been like I mute myself for the YouTube because the OBS just picks up my mic directly. So I have been muting myself every time my foot hits the pedal. Um, but yeah, no, Discord has not. I've been sewing this entire time. It's
Hmm.
fucking wild that it's not been picking that up.
That is pretty cool. Maybe your mic is especially excellent.
I don't know. I feel like it's a Discord thing because my because like here's the thing. I can talk really quiet. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If my mic could cut that out, my mic should cut out my little tiny voices because I do have a dynamic mic instead of a cardioid.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a Discord thing. I just think it's like it must have some fucking filters built in that are real good at getting rid of shit.
Hmm.
It's done that when I've had fans blame. It's been like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Are you tired, Spike?
I am a little tired,
I
I
can
must
tell.
admit. I'm
I can
sorry.
tell. No, it's fine. I can tell.
I can't see the YouTube chat. How does the YouTube chat feel about
Holy
this bad
shit.
werewolf show I
Uh
described?
oh. Mostly just disappointment. Mild
Yeah,
disappointment. It seems.
yeah.
Spike, what did you holy shit about?
My husband is currently at the office, the Iron Circus offices, and upon the launch of Lackadaisy, I decided to remind everyone that the pin sets still exist, and they sold out in 3 hours. So he went down there with instructions to sort of take a cleaner inventory than I think we actually have of all the Lackadaisy stuff we have. And he has found 19 extra shot glass sets.
Give to me. Give one
No.
to me. Hand one to me. If you don't hand one to me, one will make it home with me. By the way, Spike. Hey, Spike. Hey, Spike.
Hey Amanda, hey Amanda, hey
I've been
Amanda.
informed you still have Shadow Eyes figures somewhere in that warehouse.
I think I might. I think I might.
Yeah. I mean, do you know how many? Would you notice if one went missing?
Spike didn't even know she had them, Amanda. So
Look, I
I think
literally
the
have a
answer is no.
warehouse. I literally have a warehouse.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I know.
know.
I'm just saying. Would you notice?
I've
Would
been
you
in that
notice?
space for like 10 years at this point. There's probably a lot of stuff in there
Oh
I don't know
yeah,
about.
you have there's a giant whiteboard with like really old deadlines.
Yeah, that was back when a couple of you probably recognize a couple of
Oh
titles on
yes.
that whiteboard that ended up not going with me and went with someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just informing a few folks now that we have more Lackadaisy merch than we thought we did
You
because a lot of people
dock one from the number. Just dock.
that's
Let Amanda give Amanda a thing. Give Amanda a
we-
present.
I cannot promise anything. I
Give
cannot
Amanda a
promise
present.
I cannot promise
Give me a
anything.
present.
We have posters and we have pins and we have these shot glass sets and
You're
Lackadaisy
all witnesses to how cruel Spike is. To
Yeah.
Amanda.
it's
Give me a
literally
present.
not my money. I have
Give me a present. You didn't even know you had them. Give me a present.
no, I didn't. Oh, just oh
Give
wow,
me.
this Lackadaisy thing's fucking wild.
I will drink monster out of them.
Ew. Oh my god.
Did you say you?
Don't put monster in them.
What? Don't you drink monsters?
I wish I could.
Then do not ew me.
Mm.
Though I admit, right now I'm drinking a bang.
See, I know that would make my stomach hurt.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
they taste upsettingly good.
I know. I could almost imagine how a bang would taste.
They
because
taste
I'm-
way better than any energy drink I've ever tasted, and that's how I know there's something terribly wrong with them.
I am actually still basically in mourning for the fact that I can't just fucking pound Monster Ultra Peachy Keen for the rest of my life.
Rip.
It's my favorite flavor of Monster.
Rip to your pieces.
Since Spike is very, very tired, and Amanda has sewing to do,
I mean, I'm basically
and
done.
I'm also tired, and
Y'all want to call it
you
here?
want to- yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
it's
then.
only 20 minutes early.
It's only
just-
20 minutes. Please forgive us, everyone. Baby Spike has
My
had
new
a long,
catchphrase,
long day, and
Give me presents.
Grandma Spike needs a nap.
Mima needs to be gently tucked into her recliner to watch 60 Minutes and then,
Well, here.
then have a warm glass of milk and then go to bed. Okay, everyone, thank you. Thank you so much. Please, if you haven't, watch Lackadaisy on YouTube. If you just throw Lackadaisy in the search bar, you will fucking find it, I assure you. If you can't find it that way, just go to the trending page. Last I checked, we are now number 10. You'll find us there. Also, please follow the Iron Circus Twitter at Iron Circus Comics, spelled Comix, not Comics, because that wouldn't fit. Iron Circus Comics, all one word. You can also go to ironcircus.com and check out all the cool comics we have on sale. Despite it all, we are still primarily a comics publisher. You can also follow Iron Circus Comics on BackerKit. Please support small and independent animation and comics in a world of a increasingly
Oh, I
homogenous
forgot to
and
mute.
bland entertainment environment. It is important to monetarily support the content you want to see in this world. Hi, I'm Spike. You can find me at Twitter at iron_spike. There's an underscore because that's the only way I could get Iron Spike. Pretty much everywhere else, I'm Iron Spike, all one word. That includes co-host, where I upload comics and dirty pictures, Pillow Fort, where I just upload comics, and Spoutable and Hive, where I upload fucking nothing. I'm just squatting the username.
All my stuff's at kelmcdonald.com, so just find me there. Social media, there's too many, and it's all in flux anyway.
Oh,
So
also, I forgot. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. But everyone, since we won't have time to do it Sunday, Matt and I will be. Ooh, Gesundheit. Matt and I will be playing Vintage Story Friday night instead of Sunday night. This is a thing we do weekly. Matt and I get together and we play like 4 or 5 hours of a Minecraft-ish game where we are dying constantly to bear and wolf attacks, trying to build a greenhouse and trying to domesticate some pigs. It's super fun. So watch us Friday.
Amanda.
Oh, okay, it's my turn. I thought Kel wasn't done.
No, I was doing the short version because I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm Amanda LaFrene, AmandaLaFrene.com. Link is in the description. If you're going to be at C2E2, come see me and say hi. Tell me my dress is nice, even if I fucked it up. And if you're mean or nice to me, I will draw you a rat. If you
Table
ask.
440, everyone.
Table 440.